You know what I'm saying? But during that time, I got a chance to really get some driving time in, some hours where I can listen to some content. I listened to the Joe Budden podcast like 3 o'clock in the morning, from 3 till about 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30. I listened to the Joe Budden podcast, right? Got to hear his critique on the Drake album. At that point, I had already listened to For All the Dogs 1.5 times, right? I listened to the one time when it first dropped, and no, 2.5 times, my bad. So by the time I left the concert, I'd already listened to the album 2.5 times. Just getting my assessment of it. My first listen of the album, I was like, this is good. This is good. This is a good album. Actually, the first time I had the whole, what would you call that? The excitement that everybody else has. Like, Drake dropped an album. Oh, okay, it's lit. It's been a long time. Boom. So at first, my first reaction was, it's amazing. He did it again. And I got a chance to live with it for a little while. As I drove, 1 second, gang. As I drove from Toronto to Montreal, I tried to listen to it again in the car. Right? Once we got into the Montreal area, I tried to listen to it again. And I found myself skipping a few songs. I found myself skipping to the songs that I like. I didn't just put it on and leave it on. Okay? And every song that passed by was like another banger, another banger, another banger. I found myself on the third listen, let's call it the fourth listen to just have an even round number. On the fourth listen, I found myself skipping through. So I'm going to go as far as to say it's not my favorite Drake album. Listen, I'm going to say it with my chest. It's not my favorite Drake album, okay? I understand that right now things are a little bit early. The man is a little irate. I've been seeing his reaction to reviews, and different people have been saying that they don't like the album that much, okay? And then some people are totally shitting on the album, and then some people like it. But for the most part, for the people who I've been looking around, I heard Joe Budden's commentary on it. I've heard Academics' commentary on it. I've heard Anthony Fantano's commentary on it. Anthony Fantano was going crazy, defecating on a few of them songs. Okay, so if anybody you want to get mad at, you might want to go call the boy Anthony Fantano. Like, I know you and him has had a few different issues in the past. You're probably still going to have some issues with that guy too. But let's go through some of these tracks here, and I'll tell you what I like from what I don't like. And I'm not from what I like from what's not for me. Let's do that. No. Let's not do that. Nah. What I like, and listen, with all due respect, thank you for the tickets and everything, but I'm going to give my honest opinion on the song that I like and the songs that I just can live without. So with the intro of the album, Virginia Beach, once I got to the fourth listen, I skipped it. I think it's a good song, not a good intro. I need to get them bars from Drizzy Drake on the intro. The only time that there was not a bar-heavy intro was the Views intro. What was that called again? Keep the Family Close. Okay? And I love that intro. That was one of the most fierest Drake album intros that I ever heard, without rapping. Okay? And also, no, the intro if you're reading this is too late, it was a mix of rapping and singing. But this Virginia Beach one, singing intro. Not my favorite intro. My least favorite intro, I'll say this, as far as a Drake album. Right? So when I listened to it on the fourth listen, I skipped that. Amen with Tizo touchdown. Cool. I like the song. It wouldn't be my... I like the song, but not for a second song on the album. And that might be me sounding nitpicky at this point, but I feel like if that song Amen was further down the track list, and again, and I'll say this about the track list off top before you even get into any of these songs breakdowns. Too long, bruh. Too many tunes. Okay? I've told Mans this behind it, not him directly, but I've told 40 behind the scenes. The albums are too long, bruh. Like 14 songs in and out, bro. You can even take on those 14 songs. 2 of those songs are skits or interludes. So 12 songs in and out like a bank robbery, fam. No long talking things. There's 23 tracks on this. 2 of them are interludes, and one of the interludes may as well be a song. So there's 22 songs on this. It's too long, fam. This is an hour and a half. The attention span even of these 2023 babies, 2024 babies? Come on, bruh. You got to relax. That's too long. But, yeah, the Amen song, I would have pushed it further down in the track list, but I'm cool with that song. I like that song. Calling for You with 21 Savage, not a big fan of that song neither. I skipped past that one. Fear of Heights, I like that song. Yeah, I have no problems with that song. Same with Daylight. Daylight, I need to hear something quick fast. 1 second, gang. Oh yeah, Fear of Heights is the anti. That's the song basically where this is Rihanna. I like the Rihanna diss. I'm not mad at that. I'm seeing that the people are in the, internet's commenting on this. Why would he diss Rihanna? Leave her alone. She's happily in a happy relationship. Why are you thinking? Nah, fam. Forever you gonna get this smoke. So louder, man. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed that. But yeah. Cool song. The beat switch at the end was good too. Not my favorite song though, but I like this part. So it can stay. Daylight. Which one is that again? Oh yeah. Shut him in Daylight. Shut him in Daylight. That one there. I ain't mad at that one either. I could see that he's getting into his young boy bag, or not young boy, NBA young boy, just chill. But his young, he's getting into the young guy's swag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that song neither. I can find myself listening to that one in the car, breaking the speed limit. First person shooter, fire. Fire. Okay? J. Cole murked it. And that was part of the whole issue that Joe Budden and all that, and that came in the conversation, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, by the way, Joe kind of right. J. Cole did smoke your boots on that song. But doesn't mean that your verse wasn't fire. Drake's verse was fire on that tune nonetheless. But I think he kind of invites somebody to the friggin' studio so that he can get a stellar performance out of them. So if the verse is quote unquote better than Drake's, then that's how it's supposed to be. But he did get him on that song though. Like J. Cole snapped. Like he came through on a mission. I don't give a F with Yeet. Not for me. But I'm also not 20 years old. Right? So maybe if I'm 20, maybe I might be feeling that song. What are y'all saying in the comments over here? Hold on. And you know what? Let me start a poll here at the same time, because and I'm not going to give a full breakdown on each song, like either it's like a hit or not. Okay, let's ask the question, do you like the new Drake album? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, very simple yes or no answer. Do you like the new Drake album? But yeah, where are we at now? I don't give a fuck with Yeet. 7969 Santa. Yeah, I like that song, but I feel like some of these songs could have been left off of the album. And like you could have made a more concise album with some of these songs missing from it. Slime You Out. I thought that maybe when I heard it in context of the album that I'd be like, okay, now I get it. The song was cool. And I remember when it first dropped outside of the album, I was like, what's up with this for a first track? Like, it's not going to get me excited for it. And remember, we were all thinking that it was going to be a bars fest. Or I don't know. I know I was thinking that. And I know a lot of other content creators and podcasters or whatever were thinking the same thing. Like, oh, for all the dogs? Okay, now we're going to get to these bars. Where's that Alchemist beat at? No. That wasn't going to happen. But, you know, people were ready for some bars. Okay? I don't know. Maybe, and he never said that, yo, this is going to be my most rappity rap album. Like, he never actually said that. We all said that. So for us to get this album and it not be the most rappity rap album, I think it's kind of our fault. We expected something that the man never said. Because it's not a rappity rap album. He sings a lot on this album. Bahamas Promises, cool song, you know, about his Bahamas trip getting ruined by, you know, like, okay, I understand that Drake's music is very woman heavy, like it's oriented to, it's for the gal them, okay? The demo is halfway, it's like 50-50. I would even say 70-30, women 70%, 30% men, okay? So you're going to have a lot of songs where you're like, oh my girl, you messed up my trip. Like, I get it. But what about the man then, bro? Let's talk about these rappers. Let's talk about who you got beef with. What's going on? What's the bank account talking about this month? What's going on in the streets? What's going on with some social issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I understand the gal them, and you have to please the women audience. But I can't do another Drake song complaining about like a relationships that went wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I feel like I'm treading in very mucky territories here because I'm not like, this song fire, song track number 11 fire. Like, no. They're good songs, and then some of them are great. And then some of them I could do without. Screw the World interlude. No, Tried Our Best. That's a cool R&B song. I think that's something that might grow on me later on. Screw the World interlude. That's like they used the If I Rule the World beat and did like a chopped and screwed DJ Screw tribute on that. Cool. I like it. I like that. Drew Up Picasso. I like that song a lot too. As far as like a singing tune. Members Only featuring Party Next Door. I like that song too. All right, I think Party had a very dope feature on there. Solid verse. The melody on the song was cool. Beat is fire. I like that song. What Would Pluto Do? Good song. Actually, great song. I like that song too. I'm putting that on my list of great songs off this album. All the Parties featuring Chief Keef. Also a good song. I won't say great. But yeah, I would keep it on the album. BBL Love, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, fire, super fire. BBL Love interlude, I like. It's an interlude, but it's really a song, to be honest. Gently featuring Bad Bunny. So when I first heard this song, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it. I was like, okay, Drizzy's doing his bachata, reggaeton. He's doing his thing. But it's not a song that I could, me personally, find myself listening to on repeat. At the same time, I'm not a big reggaeton fan. I'm not really playing that in the whip like that. Don't listen to any Bad Bunny. So maybe it's just me. But when I started hearing some other reactions and different things to that song, like Anthony Fantano went crazy on that song. He said the man sound racist. I was like as if he was making fun of Spanish people or something. I was like, you kind of got a point still, bro. But yeah, I can do without that song. Now when first listen, yes. Listen 4, I'm like, I'm not playing this again. It's not for me. Let's put it in that category. Not for me. Rich Baby Daddy. It's not for me all the time, but the song can stay because I can hear that song playing at the club, Cabana, Beach Club, or wherever that club is called. That song is gonna bump at the jam, okay? With Sexy Red and SZA, like, of course, you got to do it. Another Late Night featuring Lil Yachty. It's cool. Like, I understand Yachty's his homie. Yachty's given him a lot of creative vision of as far as like over the last couple of years, or I don't know how long these guys been hanging out. But I've never been a big Lil Yachty fan. So I can do without hearing Lil Yachty features. With all due respect, Yachty. I know you're trying to bar up a little bit more. You're hanging out with Drizzy, so you're like, listen, I'm a rapper. Nigga, you a mumble rapper. We're not doing this. We're gonna start calling Lil Yachty a bar heavy rapper, fam. Like, get that out of here, B. And right now, the new music video, because they had a music video for 8 a.m. in Charlotte, took the video down. I don't know why. And now the new music video, the lead single off of the album, I guess, or the first video off of the album, is Another Late Night featuring Lil Yachty. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that right there. Roach says, any elevator music? Biggerton, what up? Yachty is Frizzy's boy. Yo, chill. I'm not reading that. You gotta chill. My window here. You gotta relax, bro. Comic Gang strong. You guys are going off. 8 a.m. in Charlotte only posted on IG. Jason Richards says, nah, fam, it was on YouTube. I downloaded it and I posted it up on the gram. So I have the file. I still got the files. But I looked up, maybe 12 hours later, it was gone. It's like, what's going on, bro? Why'd you take that video down? That was a fire video. And you replaced it with Another Late Night with Lil Yachty? Come on, bruh. And then we have, also, there's one of these songs here. I forget which one. Where he mentions the Bleecker. No, it's this one. What am I talking about? Away From Home. I remember. I remember that one right there. Fire. But maybe that's just me because he gives a lot of Toronto references. He talks about a lot of things that I personally remember. Probably was there. Actually, some of those things, I was there. Right? But like that reminiscing thing, like when he's talking about all those references and he references Bleecker. Holy. Got all these Toronto niggas hungry, upset, miserable. Like salute to local city. And listen, I know that Drake's he's stirring up waters when it comes to mentioning beef with the Bleaks. But as the, unofficial quote unquote OVO lawyer, the nigga he didn't have beef with Bleecker. Okay? There was a Bleecker man that went for his chain, but it wasn't the whole of Bleecker is on Drake's head top. That was the actions of one man, and he wasn't responsible for the actions of the whole of Bleecker area. Okay? And for the people who don't know, when he mentions the Bleaks, he's talking about Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street is downtown Toronto, further in the east, close, like it's in between. It's like Cabbagetown, let's say that, okay? And the Bleecker Street is one street, but it also leads all the way down to Parliament, and there's bare buildings. It's actually the highest populated area in Toronto, okay, as far as like residents and stuff. Because there's like maybe 6 to 8 buildings, and all of the buildings are like 32 floors each, and have 4 huge ass wings. So trust me, there's a lot of humanity going on over there. AGB the Don wants to know what I'm probably popping back up next month. Because I didn't even have no time to chill in Montreal this time. It was literally in and out. But yeah, Away From Home, fire tune. And in the last song, Polar Opposites, I could do without that. Especially a last song, bro. Bro. The last song is when for me, and for like, I guess things change over the years. You can't do it. If you want my old shit, listen to my old album. I get it. But the last song, that's when you're riding out with the big crazy beat. You know, that glorious big beat. And you're talking about all the accolades and everything that you've done up to now, leading it out to, what you're going to do in the future. Like, bro, that's when the sum up rap, the conclusion rap. Polar Opposites is a love song. And not a love song, it's like a complaining song. Like, we could have been the best together, but we're polar. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'm overhearing about Drake's relationship problems. You need to lock in with somebody, bro. Because it's coming out in the music all the time. Why didn't this work out? Why didn't that work out? Why didn't this work out? Bruh, lock down a thing, fam. Maybe the music's going to change. Maybe you're not going to hear about all this toxic stuff, but maybe that's a good thing. Like, damn. If I take this album and take all the songs that I like and put them into one playlist. Let's see. Amen, Fear of Heights, Daylight, First Person. So Amen, Fear of Heights, Daylight, First Person Shooter, Tried Our Best, Jura Picasso, Members Only. We'll keep the Screw the World interlude. What Would Pluto Do? All of the Parties. They run 10 tracks right now. 8 a.m. in Charlotte, 11 tracks. Rich Baby Daddy, 12 tracks. And Away From Home, 13 tracks. Album done. Gang, am I crazy? 13 tracks, album done. Come on, man. Not before the break, fam. Because, he left a message after on the gram. And he said he's off this.
We love hip hop.